Okay, so I have a question for anyone who's read Wuthering Heights, specifically if you read it in school growing up or in college or ever had to do like critical analysis of the book. I have three very important questions. The first question is, what is wrong with all of these people? Like, what is their problem? And that's not the second question, that's an addendum to the first question. What is wrong with them? What is their problem? I never read this book in school, so I'm not really sure what you guys were studying when you read this book, but it had to be diagnosing these crazy people because everybody in this book is just insane. Now, going into the book, I kind of had a feeling that people were going to be crazy, and it definitely starts off and you realize that these people are not well in any kind of way. But then as more characters get introduced, they actually just get crazier and crazier. So I just want to know kind of what the conclusion was. Did we ever come to a consensus on like what's wrong with these people? Because inquiring minds really have to know. Second question, for the history buffs out there, was Emily Bronte known to be the funniest person on earth in her time? Because she's hilarious to me. She's one of the funniest writers I've ever read, and I just want to know that she was appreciated while she was here, because the things that she has these characters saying and the way that they talk to each other and the snark that they use when they're talking to each other, it is hilarious to me. It would be sad to find out that they didn't appreciate her style of humor. Third question, how is this considered one of the greatest love stories ever? This is one of the worst love stories ever. As far as the actual love, as far as the actual relationships are concerned, this is terrible. Nothing but terrible, bad things happen. This is not what I would consider a great love story. Now, it is a great story. It is an incredible book so far. I'm loving it. But what's the general consensus on this book? Because I did not read it growing up. I have all these questions. I'm sure I would have had even more questions if I was a kid reading this in high school or in college or something. So those are my questions to you. Anybody who can shed some light on these details, it would be greatly appreciated.